Alright, looks like we're good to go. Hey everybody, this is Asher here with some more Hearthstone, where it is a new season. You can see I'm rank 8 or 18. I finished rank 8 last time because I just kind of ran out of time. I'm tired of using the excuse we just ran out of time. If you haven't checked the title for this video or series of VODs or things that I'm starting here on Twitch, this is a thing called Let's Get That Stupid Card Back. This is on the North America server, as you can see from my quest log history here. Well, it doesn't tell you here. The highest rank that I have ever earned. Now, there's 9 arena wins, but that's totally different. The highest rank I've ever earned in the US is rank 5. And then I'd always just kind of stop. We're going to go for Legend this season. It's the first. We're just going to see how we do. We're going to start off with Tempo Warrior. And I'll say up front that while we're playing here, I guess the way we could put it is that it's the very beginning of the season, so it's kind of the killing fields. In a way, all the people who are trying hard, really hard to climb immediately are starting from right here, right now, possibly even a little higher than rank 18. So we're going to be trying hard with the tryhards. We know how that usually turns out. Now I'm playing Tempo Warrior. I am using the Hearthstone deck tracker, but unfortunately for streaming that does not really work out too well here. If only because I can't stream the full screen and have the overlay show up and have my computer not try and crap on itself. So I'm going to try and talk through my plays as best as possible, but a lot of what I'm going to be doing here is just going to be trying to focus on making good plays, smart plays, and trying to climb the ranks. This is not something that is going to be conquered in a day, and I was really hoping for Fiery War Axe there. Although, at least from what I've seen and doing some preliminary playing early on in the EU server, some of the lower ranks are still, well, you'll still get some decks that are not exactly like the most meta decks in the world.
The pleasure is mine.
We'll see how this goes. Hopefully the stream quality's good. Armor Smith's pretty good here, although he could plink at me and try and deny a Battle Rage. I guess one of the questions is, what 3-drop do I want to drop? I could drop a Frothing Berserker and that'll probably get dealt with right away. But there's not... There's an argument to be made about dropping like a Fierce Monkey. Or I could just Frothing Coin to deny the backstab, Blood to Ichor. That at least gives us a slightly bigger play. We don't have a lot of stuff that we can do with the coin later on. So we'll see if this is a good idea or if I just did not play around Betrayal. It's always like, yeah, this is the very beginning of the season. It could very well be Betrayal. But like I said previously, this is a VOD from a live stream if that is not plainly obvious. So what that tends to mean is that there's not going to be the little deck tracker things that you tend to see before. That's interesting. We could go for a pretty big Ravaging Ghoul play. I don't really like leaving that up. Yeah, that seems okay. It gives him coin, but I really just kind of want to pressure him right now. So we'll get some armor. We'll get a little bit less Battle Rage out of this. Once again, denies the backstab play a little bit. We got our Armor Smith value. Get a little more Armor Smith value. 2 health's not very strong, but most rogues are not running Blade Flurry, so that's 11 damage. If this rogue doesn't have any kind of healing in his deck, that's going to be a lot for him to deal with. But once again, it's like, it's a Frothing Berserker. It's not always like gonna be top notch. So Blood Mage and Failing Knives. There we go. So good news is I'm still ahead. Important thing is I can repopulate my board. I'm not going to get a lot of Battle Rage value. So there's a second Frothing, which is a beautiful thing to tuck behind a taunt if you can get there. He does have board right now, which is a little annoying. I'm probably not going to get too much more from Ravaging Ghoul other than just killing this now, so we'll do that. I haven't even had to use my hero power that much. Which is one thing you definitely want to do against Rogue, especially against Miracle, if this is Miracle. But considering he plays Journey from Below, this could be more of a Death Rattle variant, which means he's probably, well, I can see from the deck tracker that that was the card that he got. So that's Eviscerate. There we go. Rather him use his removal on that. So I'm building up a lot of armor. Rag is amazing in this matchup. Unfortunately, I gotta draw into something other than armor up for the next turn. We'll see how it goes. Top deck city. There's a lot of things I can top deck right now. Pretty much the only thing I don't want is Gramash. Anything else that I can play would be good. So there's the auctioneer. And will he be able to conceal it? There's prep. And prep Shadow Strike. Good. No one ever said this was going to be easy. And there's your conceal. So he's going to draw through his deck, which means I've got to finish this game very soon, which means I really need a good turn 7. Whirlwind's alright. Whirlwind's not ideal. Whirlwind gives him another coin, but that's better than having a body out there. Ugh. So he'll get to draw more cards, and I just have to hope that my rag does some good magic here. Because I started off with some steam, and it kind of petered off. Which I guess is one of the questions of how good is Varying Wren in this deck. Is it very good? Is it not very good? So this is going to be another Cold Blood Conceal. If I'm just going to get Mirror here. I am. Wow. This is a good job of knowing your matchups. This is, I don't run Brawl. Tempo Warrior does not run Brawl. So now I just have to find a way to survive. Fierce Monkey's not exactly the answer. I need over 2 turns for this to do good things. I'd love for this to hit the Auctioneer. But good luck there. It's probably going to go face. Oh, Leroy. That's not awful. We're not dead yet. The question is, he's probably going to have the cards to just take this out without even having to worry about sacrificing his Auctioneer. So second SI agent. And this is where it's nasty if the Auctioneer gets left up. Second Cold Blood, alright. So the issue is that I may not survive for Varying to be relevant. So second Conceal. This is brutal, but we take our medicine, and... Interesting, it's okay, my deck tracker's freaking out because my list is slightly different from what they have on here, that's true. Alright. My top decks have gone stone cold. That's not great. So I'll have to go to the deck list real quick just to... Well, I can probably do that on the fly right now. Let's see here. This is freaking... My deck tracker is freaking out because... And I can't do it mid-game. Alright, we're dead. That was good play on his part. I mean, I just ran out of cards. Which sucks. Like, I didn't draw into a War Axe. I didn't draw into a lot of things. So, on our quest to get Legendary, we unceremoniously start. And this is one of those things, too, where if I'm running into the wrong class, that's why I try and pull multiple decks out. It's important to try and be good with, and try and ladder with the deck that you're best with, which I do feel that Tempo Warrior is the variant that I'm best with, but doesn't mean we always want to stay on there. So Hunter should be a little better. Tempo Warrior relies so much on getting War Axe at some point, which I'm not getting once again. At least I'm going first, so that helps. Slam, Frothing. Once again, you really want the War Axe here. And this is how it goes sometimes, too. I think when I was playing yesterday with... I was playing on EU towards the end of the season just to get some quests done to clear that list out. And I was playing with Hunter, so Armorsmith's a good contest for that. Of course, we're drawing all of our Armorsmiths now. I was playing with Hunter, and I lost over, like, 10 games or so. I lost all but one 50-50. Like, I needed a Stampeding Kodo to hit something, it didn't. I needed a 1 point of damage or something to point somewhere, it did not. And sometimes that's just how the games run here, so it's not a terrible idea to slam here. I think that's in fact what I'm going to do. Because we have 2 slams, we have a battle rage. We'll have some cycle here in a little bit. I'd rather not keep that up. I mean, our play next turn is either going to be battle rage, slam, or armor smith slam. It depends on what he drops down. Because if it's an animal companion, there's all kinds of different goodies that it could be. That's going to be a 4 mana, so let's find out. Infested Wolf, probably one of the cards I'm less happy to see. If only because it will probably bring about a... well, let's put it this way. How do we deal with this, assuming he's going to drop a Houndmaster next turn? I'd love to play on curve, and I'd love to get like Battle Rage going, some more cards. I'd really love to draw into a War Axe. That may be reasonable. Okay, it's probably going to be best if we just go ahead and slam and deal with this. I'd like to develop more of a board than I'm about to here. Because I don't like leaving him with 2 little things when I have nothing on the board, so Ravaging Ghoul is going to be pretty important here. For at least some board clear next turn. Plus we have another Armor Smith. Alright, so that cuts down on the Houndmaster turn a little bit. I'd just like to have a lot more board by now. So one of the challenges with playing Tempo War, though, is that it's something that a lot of people see. So they're very familiar with it. Alright, Blood to Ichor is good to hold on to. Good to combo with a lot of things, so probably there's... I could get an Unleash going here, but there's probably not a better situation for me to just go ahead and... Ravaging Ghoul, Armor Smith, develops the board, clears his stuff. I'm not going to go for the extra point of armor. Although I could. I'd rather have 4 health. There'll be plenty of opportunities for armor later. So Kodo, that's fine. You know what? I'm very happy he played Kodo there. Because that means that now I can... I got a few options here. I could go for all the card draw. I don't really have the means to take out the 5 body yet, other than playing Frothing and going for some silliness there. I mean, this taunt's good. I'm very glad I didn't drop the Frothing, because I was a little concerned about that. This doesn't exactly play outside of Unleash the Hounds. I guess the question is, how much do I fear Unleash? I could draw all the cards in the world, but what's it really going to do for me at this point? And I could have run this guy into there to both damage him and to buff this guy by 2. Hopefully he doesn't have a second Kodo. Some mid-range lists run 1, some mid-range lists run 2. But it's nice to see some of these staple counter cards coming back here. This is good against Doomsayers, good against a lot of things that Tempo Warriors have too. So nice tech. Yeah, the second Kodo. Well, that puts us pretty far behind now. Alright. Do I Malcrook and summon a Poison Blade? Maybe. That uses all my mana. I can replenish my hand or play something else here, but I think it'd be probably it's time here, and it's not my favorite, but we'll just have to make do, I guess. Alright. Take one of you jokers down. We'll save the charge. Well, on the bright side, I mean, Sword of Justice, there's worse things that I can get. It's been a lot of Poison Blade for me lately. Like, I got one of those in like 4 straight matches. So part of this is just you play a little bit to learn kind of the micro meta that you're sitting in as well too. So is this going to be a tiny Unleash? There we go. And his knives are true. This actually plays pretty well around Ragnaros. So what I guess I really got to hope for here is a Whirlwind effect of some kind, because right now, if he's holding on to Call of the Wild, I am screwed. Cairn is not exactly what I'm looking for. So I guess what we'll do here is go ahead. I don't mind doing this another way, but I would kind of rather get the draw going. We gotta look for answers here. So War Axe is good. Battle Rage. Execute's good. Whirlwind is even better. So let's go ahead and see if we can get a second bonus card out of that. Second Execute Mix. And another card draw. Ravaging Ghoul, even better. Well, we got the board back. That's saying something versus Hunter right there. But that's where the card cycling... I think in that first match I got practically no card cycling at all. So he had Call of the Wild in hand. So we're still not out of the woods. If he trades, I'm going to be pretty happy about it. Alright. Corkin Elite is amazing. Top deck here. I guess the question is it better for me to, if I do this, I can execute this, and the core can survive, so it doesn't really matter, because I can do some damage anyway. I don't really feel comfortable doing more damage to my face. These guys are both going to die anyway, so I can trade them both in.
Bring the pain.
That feels incorrect for some reason. But this guy's going to die from the Whirlwind effect if I take the other plan.
Bring the pain.
Alright, let's see what we draw. Another Whirlwind. All the Whirlwinds are good. And I think we're just going to hit that armor button. I could develop my board a little more, but I kind of value in case he unleashes again. Alright. Especially if he gets another Call of the Wild. He already had a bunch of really good cards on the top of his deck. We still have one Execute. Summon all Huffers. So there's High Main. Alright. So we'll just do it like this then. Maybe this means my slime will survive a little more. Alright, so execute here. Please tell me he's not running the Zoth. Alright, so I can weapon up. I can... Let's see, I have two options here. I can whirlwind these guys down. That doesn't kill this one, and still weapon up. And we'll have some bombs to drop later. And we'll just go face. Okay, are my two cards that I have stronger than his two cards is now the official question. I have tempo. It's taken me a lot longer in this game than I thought it might, but I have it. What now? So always the question's going to be what line of play you want to do here. Because I've pulled through a lot of my deck. I've actually gotten a lot of card draw this game. So second Unleash. Better now than later. Does he have... Okay. That was unexpected. That's very interesting. Alright. Just gonna nip this in the bud now. I feel better about dropping Ragnos on a naked board than playing two potential creatures. I believe I've seen both of his Unleashes. So now we just gotta hope to nuke down anything mean, that face damage is really good pressure. We know he's playing Dreadscale, so we figure he probably has Acid Maw in there somewhere. Second Call to Wild. Sweet. So now he's just going ham. Just the right move. Alright. Okay. I have the sure thing in my hand. Unless he's running a silence. Unless I get super unlucky. I can play Cairn and Bloodhoof Brave and probably survive this onslaught okay. He has some messy trades, especially if Ragnaros hits something. I could play Varian and potentially get some really good stuff, but I have nothing else. So this deals with that board better. As sexy as the Varian play would be. Which I guess the question you get to is, why have Varian in your deck when... Oh, you went face! Oh, boo. Well, this is what I was talking about before, though. Is that you, and I guess maybe that's where you go back and say you play these guys first in case he draws Call of the Wild, and then you can deal with it. So there's the Hunter's Mark. And he wins. All you needed to do, Rag, was to kill some person. Just once. Alright. Well, let's knock it down to 0-2. So I guess the question I have there is, first off, I dropped some frames, which I don't like. But I guess, wrong button. I guess the question that I have there is, if I had played Cairn and Bloodhoof Brave first, could have I dealt with that better? I think the answer is a resounding yes. I would have had a board that I wouldn't have had to rely on RNG. So, Naked Rag, not necessarily the best Rag. Well, we're ranked 19 now. This is usually how it goes, and usually while I wait a few days for the ladder to clear up a little bit before starting my climb, but I feel like that's kind of a token excuse because I'm going to have to face people that are this good anyway. So there's a little bit of bad luck on my part and a little bit of bad play on my part. And combine that together and you get something that's not very happy. So this is a really good curve. We're going to keep all of these. Bloodhoof Brave's very good to keep with coin. Fiery Orax is something we need. Hopefully it's Zoo. But yeah, if I would have been in really good shape if Ragnaros had just hit a creature instead of face. That's all I needed. But on the other hand, we have the I would have been able to deal with Mesha. And I would have been able to take out two things and then play Ragnaros anyway. So that's interesting. What does this mean? I don't know yet. We'll find out in just a little bit. So Warax, he takes damage, I take damage. I really don't know what this means.
Are you my master?
Right. So is it a Cthulhu Reno deck? Could be. We'll just stay on curve, save the coin. I was trying to think of something where if I coin out Bloodhoof, would it be a good idea for me to activate him next turn? But the only way I'd really want to activate Bloodhoof right now with what's going on with the board and in a Reno matchup is with Blood to Ichor. I'm probably going to need the Whirlwinds from these effects for later.
Cthulhu needs my shield.
Alright.
Is close.
See, like right here, this is good. Because we can go ahead, drop this.
I have an axe to grind.
Whirlwind once. And we have a 5/5 and a clean board. Alright.
Are you my master?
That's exciting. His Cthulhu's getting all buffed up. Forbidden Ritual as well. Oh, this would be so nice to drop the Ravaging Ghoul into. Do I even want to run this guy into there, or do I just want to pressure his face? I mean, it's a Reno deck, so you got to put some pressure on him at some point. Well, we know we're playing this. Question is, do I Battle Rage? I think the answer is yes. 2 for 2 is alright. Let's see what else we get. Armor Smith and another Ravaging Ghoul. We'll just make it look like we top decked. Alright, so dropping this down to 2 health. And taking this guy off the board, it does stop the power overwhelming play. I kind of like that. It does leave me susceptible to Hellfire. And if he's going to Hellfire, he'll probably just do it anyway. So, may as well not give him the 5 points of healing that move would have effectively done. So second Cthulhu's chosen. He's going to make me go through all my Whirlwind effects really quickly here, isn't he? And he doesn't attack. Fascinating. Alright. Alright, so we have a happy dog in the background.
I wonder.
Really happy dog in the background, apparently. I do not know what that's all about. Like, I mean, I do know what it's about. There's a truck that drove by. So this could get Hellfired all to help. Yeah, part of the fun streaming, it's like, oh, what are my animals going to do this time? So is that the Hellfire he held on to? He's touching something that's been in his hand from the start of the game. Twin Emperor. Alright. That is a play. Very surprised he didn't run that into there. Alright, Malkaruk. The law of averages says that eventually you're going to give me something spectacularly good if I play. And it's freaking Poison Blade again. Well, Poison Blade's good enough here. So I will accept that. It's just... I feel like I say these things and people just don't believe me. So we'll just do this. At least we didn't get Brand on that. And I guess we're going to be trying to work in some armor ups the next few turns. We do have Blood to Ichor to activate Gramash Hellscream. But yeah, the RNG is, somebody busted it a little bit, I think. So there's Bran. Gotta deal with him. Good Dark Peddler order. And he's got to have drawn a Mortal Coil out of that. Alright. Annoying, but how it goes. Alright, Battle Rage doesn't really help me here very well. As nice as it would be to do something else, I feel like the right move is to be a little more proactive. I mean, I'm not armoring up to get value for Gramash, but the alternative is leaving this guy up, and that just won't do. I mean, I can save him for a turn, I guess. Let's go ahead and use our face. Draw just a little more. Slam's alright. We can slam Gramash for the win. Because if it is a Reno deck, I'm gonna have to burst him down. And well, no, it's not a Reno deck. It's a Cthulhu deck. What am I saying?
Get in line.
All right. So is this where he Hellfires? Does he even run Hellfire? No. Alright, do we win? So that's 6, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, we win, barely. But we win, so that counts. Always got to count your totals here for damage. Big thing with the Cthulhu decks is that you just got to be just a touch faster than them. And I didn't even need that 3 damage. I unmasked it. Hey, Umaz, how are you doing today?